Hello, I'm David Newsome. I work with Hands at Work and we're friends of St Anne's. Since the start of the first lockdown, my wife Jane and I have been involved in distributing food parcels throughout the city of Birmingham. We go to people who have to shield or who are vulnerable, perhaps through disability or mental health issues or age or isolation, or who are simply struggling to feed their families adequately through poverty and deprivation. Jack, not his real name, lives alone on the 8th floor of a tower block in North Birmingham. Although in his early 50s, his breathing difficulties leave him like an old man and mean that when he comes to the door, he's on a long oxygen pipe that stretches right to his front door. It's like a dog's lead, he quipped the first time I met him. It follows me around the flat. When I saw him last week, I asked how he was. "Oh, up and down," he said as we talked. "And I'm down at the moment. Very down," he admitted. Although many of us don't have Jack's challenges to deal with, I'm sure almost everyone during lockdown can recognise within us those fluctuating feelings of up and down. One minute we're up, feeling okay and positive, ready to face the pandemic, resolute and firm. The next minute, something on the news or a post on social media, a chance remark, or just a realisation afresh of our particular situation sends us right down again. Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you so disquieted within me? I always find those words from Psalms 42 and 43 so evocative and moving. Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you so disquieted within me? The Old Testament book of Psalms have an extraordinary capacity to speak to how we're feeling at any given moment. Their ability to be relevant like that arises from their honesty. The writer of the Psalms tells us as it is. The writer is very honest about his emotions, feelings of sadness and joy, of praise and worship, of isolation and anger too, sometimes even terrible rage. You take a look. And moments too of berating God for God's apparent absence. Why have you hidden your face from me? Or as Psalm 42 puts it, why have you forgotten me? Why must I walk about mournfully because the enemy oppresses me? Now, what if this is you at this moment? Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you so disquieted within me? What if this is how you're feeling at the moment? Down, not up. Perhaps sick of lockdown, fearful of the pandemic, isolated and lonely, longing for the vaccine and a way out of all of this. What if that's you? What clues do we get from Psalm 42 as to a way forward? In verse 6, the writer goes back in his mind to recall past blessings and events. My soul is cast down within me, therefore I remember you. What the Irish poet John O'Donoghue called memory to harvest vanished days, recalling the ways we've been blessed. Memory to harvest vanished days. Perhaps acts of kindness done to us, or love and friendship we've received from others. Maybe the moments when God has felt close, or we've glimpsed God's artistry in creation. Moments when we've been surprised by joy, or our spirits have been stirred. But if, like Jack, we're very down, perhaps those memories are hard to come by. Maybe we can start by recalling the very simplest of things. A smile from a neighbour, a kind word in a shop, or the beauty of the night sky. Recalling, as the poet again puts it, the blessings of the gifts we never notice. The writer of Psalm 42 still, despite all his despair, describes God as his rock. And so the end of this psalm, and Psalm 43 as well, becomes a call to himself, to begin slowly just to take a step out in faith, and to discover once again that what he places his feet upon is the rock which is God. Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my help and my God. If you're down at the moment, may you be able to